So Lionel is an urban sketcher from Sydney, Australia, and he's visiting us today, San Diego Urban Sketchers at the Hotel Del. So Lionel, how'd you get started urban sketching?
Well, I started sketching when I was very fortunate to be living in Paris, and my wife encouraged me to go out and draw something. So I did at age 50. I picked up a pen for the first time. And I was sort of sketching away, and I read Betty Edwards' Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, which was a fantastic introduction to drawing. And I was drawing away in the square outside my house in Sydney, and I met a lady called Alyssa Duke, who was on her way back from an Urban Sketchers meeting. And she said, "You look like you're sketching, why don't you come along to a meeting?" And so I did.
How did you find us?
Once I joined the Urban Sketchers, the correspondent in Sydney is a lady called Liz Steele. And I was at a meeting of the Urban Sketchers and said, "Look, I won't be able to make it to the next one, Liz, because I'm traveling." She said, "Where are you going? I know people." And I said, "Well, I'm going to San Diego and to Paris." And she said, "I'll put you in touch with Lydia." And so I emailed Lydia. And
awesome.
Now every time I come back, I email Lydia, and I'm a member of the meetup group here. And so it's my second home.
What's your favorite place to sketch in San Diego?
Oh, I do like Balboa Park. It's such interesting architecture and things there. But I'm looking forward to sketching the Hotel Del. It's been on my hit list for a little while now, so it's great to get here.
Good, beautiful area. What about Australia? Where's your favorite?
I like my own neighbourhood. I live in a sort of historic area. It's got a lot of industrial stuff. It's an old sugar refinery. It's got wonderful old pubs that are a little bit derelict. There's a little bit of sort of interest in the buildings, and yeah, that's probably my favourite place. So I typically use usually either this size or the smaller size moleskin sketchbook, and I'll get them out of here. Let's see. These got all the important things like headache tablets, and I carry my water in these little shampoo bottles I've stolen from hotel rooms. Maybe I use typically just 2 travelling sketch brushes, and this is my favourite one, number 10, the Skoda. It's absolutely fabulous. I use Pit Artist's pens. I kind of like the sepia colour, so I use a superfine and a fine. Sometimes I put a little bit of white on if I'm with an acrylic pen.
Huh.
And this is my watercolour set. That's stuck from travelling too much. Which I've just got a whole bunch of half pans that I generally with Daniel Smith paints. That's what I use.
Fantastic. So everything is portable, so you take it traveling with you, even your portable chair, right?
Yeah. No, this has been with me, in fact, almost every time I go away, and I travel a lot with work. I used to travel maybe 3 or 4 months of the year, and so I take it with me to San Diego, but to Washington, to Paris, to Munich. And it's one of the fantastic things about urban sketches is that you can always find a city which has urban sketches in it, or every city you go to, you'll be able to find urban sketches. And
so what other cities have you met up with urban sketchers at?
In Singapore, in Washington, where else? Certainly Paris and Munich.
Gosh, that's great. And how did you find the urban sketchers when you go traveling?
Well, these days I'll just email. I'll just look up and see who's the correspondent. I'll email them and say, "I'm an Australian sketcher, I'm coming into town, is anybody likely to be sketching the weekend?" And people are so generous that even if they haven't got something, usually they'll set up something for you, which is very cool.
Lionel, thank you so much. We always enjoy having you here, and when I announced that you were going to be here, I think we're going to have 20 San Diego urban sketchers here, so you're very welcome, and we're anxious to see you again and see what you draw today. This is the Hotel Del sketch Lionel did.
Today. And I was out sketching yesterday just to practice a new setup I've got.
Oh, that's the San Diego Administration building.
Yeah, so I quite enjoyed that. So I love the towers here.
I like how you did your shadows.
And this is a little beach south of south of Sydney. I went out for a drive with my wife a couple of weeks ago. Actually, it was Valentine's Day, there you go. And this is one of the oldest pubs in Sydney. It's just in the area where I live, not too far away.
What's it called?
It's called the Hero of Waterloo,
Oh.
as you can tell.
Okay.
This is Manly, which is on Sydney Harbour. This is looking across toward the Sydney city, and the beach is out this way. This is the old post office in Sydney, a place called Martin Place. We're sketching with Sydney Urban Sketches. I was meant to be doing the Christmas tree, but got hidden behind the tree, and I was more interested in the tower. This is my local fish market. It's a little bit messy.
Wow.
And this is a couple of sketches. This is a cathedral in the city and rotunda. This is Westman. That's a house I wanted to buy, but didn't. It's the view out of my apartment window. Or one of the views. It's another view from my apartment window. This is the art museum for when I was at the Urban Sketches Symposium in Singapore. That's
Wow, what year was that?
That was July last year.
Oh,
So that's
last
when
year.
I started the book. So that's it.
Cool. Thanks, Lionel.
What's missing? That was last. Well, I was going to say last summer in your part of the world. Yeah, the button stitching is on. He always has picture stitching.
Yeah,
You said
with the place mark.
I won't have my Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Lydia, I brought.
Go for it, girl. Now, whose is the one with the? Is that yours? That one? Yeah.
That's videos of filming.
That's what I did, but I didn't put
Lydia's
any
making
color.
a video.
So now I added color.
You don't want to be in Lydia